Put down that sponge and wash your ride later. We're back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Welcome back to In the Garage. Put down that sponge. And get back in here and listen to us. We have a bunch of important stuff to say. Oh, shoot. So before the break, we were talking about, the differences between TIG and MIG and, how they work.
Got on to stick a little bit.
Got on the stick a little bit. Sorry about that, if that was your question. Richard. It says his name's Richard. But, sorry, Richard. I hope we answered your question, though. But, I mean, when, like I was saying, when MIG came out, it was crazy because back in the day with the I don't like talking about this much, but when I was into the mini truck scene and we were doing the tilt beds and all that stuff and notching the frames, doing the channeling, sectioning, and
moving parts are cool.
it was we did it all stick. My buddy Wade had his dad's buzz box, and back then I think I was a little bit smarter though. I did a lot of watching. I was like I was the guy watching with a beer in my hand.
There you go.
So, but I don't think they realized how close I was watching.
Yeah.
I kind of took over from there.
Hey, it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, you just got to watch heat when you're doing sheet metal. That's the most important thing. If you really, I can't stress it enough. You have to watch it. And if you've never done it and you're jumping in and you're thinking you're going to patch a door skin or something, you better.
Yeah, if you're going to go to a door skin, you should do something else first to see how, especially if it's your first project, because
door skin, quarter panel, or a hood, or the roof,
right. Yeah, you can't get to a door skin at all.
No.
To fix it. So
yeah.
And when you're welding it, it doesn't. When it's hot, you don't see what it's going to do. It's when it's cooling off and it shrinks.
So I guess you got to kind of know by, I just know from doing it for so many years. I kind of know which way it's going to move and where it's going to do. And sometimes, like lately, because I guess I'm getting older, I'm losing my patience, Plus we're so busy, I kind of get ahead of myself. Oh, damn it, why'd I do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm pretty good at knowing, I don't know, when I'm building something or doing something and fixing something, in my head, in the back of it, I'm like also redoing it as fast as I can in case I mess up. You know what I mean? So I got my backup plan already ready to go.
The difference between you and me is you have a backup plan, and I just I try to make it perfect the first time so I don't have to do it again. But
it's we don't make it perfect the first time. That's the thing that's I think people think we do. And we're so good that we do pretty good. I mean, we probably do better than the average Joe out there, but we still make mistakes,
There's always mistakes, but at that point you just remember it's just metal. You can cut it out and re-weld it.
That's it.
It's not woodworking where
my
router slipped over a little bit and now I have to buy a whole new piece and start all over. It's not that way. You can.
That's why I like metal better, because if you did route an edge wrong on there, you could weld it back up and start over. Yeah. Wood, you can't do that.
Or cut out just a little piece of it and patch it back in if necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just comes down to experience and how long you've been doing it and knowing, how to bob and weave, I guess.
I'm sitting here shaking my head, yes, but we're on the radio. No one can see that. It's terrible.
I heard it. Oh man, no, but I mean it's just a matter of knowing, and like I said, that's just the way I work. I've always had a backup plan as I'm doing something because, I've messed up. I mean, I'm that guy that's been there 1,000 times going, I don't know if I can say the F word, but freaking idiot. You know what I mean? That's the F word, right? Freaking idiot. Engineers in there say, no.
You're not allowed to say that.
But I have. What are you doing, man? I'll say that to myself. Freaking idiot.
Yeah.
You know not to do that. But I do it anyways.
That's always the worst one is when, because you're like, I don't really know how else to do this, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's not the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
And then you just end up cutting it out and redoing it anyway.
Yeah. No, that's it happens, you know, and sometimes when you're tacking a piece in, you see how you could do it a little bit better. Just go do it.
Yeah.
You know, but as long as it's not a huge piece and it's not going to take you hours to do, if it's just a little piece that you're doing, go redo it real quick.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got to take a break again, and when we come back, we'll answer another question on how to set your welder and your heat and your temperature. Yeah, so we'll be right back.
Don't leave that bench stool. We'll be right back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.